I was very close to uploading a review of Lady Bird past couple days, but I didn't. And yeah, part of this video will explain why I didn't, but the majority of this video is going to be a review of Greta Gerwig's 2017 semi-autobiographical film called Lady Bird, which stars Saoirse Ronan and Laurie Metcalf, along with Lucas Hedges and Timothy Chalamet. Now, Greta Gerwig has done quite a few films, most notably some Noah Baumbach things, and she's quite talented. I didn't like the Baumbach things that she did, but she was saving grace. Like when she did Greenberg, for instance, I didn't like it, but Gerwig herself was one of the main reasons to actually see the movie, and her coming up with Lady Bird, it was just the right thing for her to do. She later went on to do Little Women, the best adaptation of Little Women in my opinion, in 2019, and yeah, brilliant film that was. Not it, but Lady Bird, it's not as good as Little Women, but it's close. I remember when this first came out and it received such rave reviews as being one of 2017's best films. And I saw it and I thought that it was very generic. It was charming, and I thought that Ronan and Metcalf did good jobs, but it just blended in so a little too well with the other films about teenage girls in high school that think that they're trying to be their own selves. But I had a dry spell from this for a couple years actually, and went back, revisited it, and okay, I won't change my mind. This movie, directing wise, it's generic. Like, there's no crazy Martin Scorsese, Orson Welles sorts of movements, but who cares? Everything else makes up for it. This is a brilliant, beautiful film. Um, yeah, it's about this girl named Christine McPherson, who chooses to go by the name Lady Bird. She's a 12th grader living in Sacramento, and she goes to a Catholic high school. And yeah, she's really strong-willed. She really wants to be her own woman, and yeah, like we get to learn all about Lady Bird and everyone that surrounds her. The main person in her life is her mother, played by Laurie Metcalf, who's a psychiatric nurse. She lives with her father and adopted siblings, but also as well as her mother. And yeah, the mother-daughter relationship in this is quite outstanding. Now, of course, I'm a dude. I don't have that kind of relationship with my parents, but yeah, it's quite something seeing Ronan and Metcalf act off each other. It's really good stuff. Yeah, Lady Bird, she's um, so desperate to move away from Sacramento. She just hates all of California, and she doesn't get along with her mother. And yeah, high school has become very, very complicated for her. But as the months move on, like the movie takes place in just a 1 year span, and as Lady Bird, like as time moves on, Lady Bird begins to really realize what shaped her as a full girl. She realizes that home really isn't that bad, and how much she loves her family. And everyone always just says that how much they love the mother-daughter aspect of this. I do too. But to me, the thing that really got to me was, okay, it's this extremely charming film, very funny, But ultimately, how fleshed out every character is, and how memorable every character is, that's not even it either. How interesting is that's not even it either. It's to me the best part is the originality of home, the sense of home, and the sense of who we come from as people, and what shapes us. To me, that's what Lady Bird is able to really keep its sense of, like, its own sense of identity afloat. I mean, like, yes, it does have its own sense of identity because it's very realistic, and as I said, everyone's so fleshed out in such unique ways. But to me, the way that the themes and the underlying meaning of it all comes about, that's why I think Lady Bird is a great film. So why did I not upload this when I originally did my review? Plain and simple. When I reviewed this, I gave it 3.5 stars because I thought everything was so interesting. I wanted more from it. Like I wanted to see more of what happened to Lady Bird, like even before and like before and after and during the film. Like I wanted there to be like a 2 hour film instead of just an hour and a half long film. But I changed my mind about that because this movie has tremendous staying power with me. I don't even know why. When I first saw it, I thought that it was just an okay film, but the staying power of this very different now. So I got to give Lady Bird 4 stars out of 4.